My name's Ben Morgan. I'm the CEO here at Anthem Pest Control. We've been around since 2017. So Anthem specializes primarily in residential pest control. We've just opened up termite treatments and mosquito treatments as well in the last year. Yeah, so I actually started in the pest control business as a door-to-door sales guy. Fall of 2001, I went out and started selling. It's about 21 years ago. And then in 2017, decided enough building somebody else's dream, I'm gonna build my own. Broke away and started Anthem and have had great success right from the get-go. When I started, we were using literally a crayon that I had in my pocket. I'd talk to somebody, I'd go to the corner where the driveway meets the sidewalk, and I'd leave a little mark to know that I'd talked to that person, and I'd go to the next house. My favorite color to use was blue. It always stayed on longer and you could see it clearly at night. I was questioning my life decisions for sure by the end of that first summer. Everyone likes the underdog story and wants to root for people to be successful. I was unsure if I was gonna be able to make it work. Turnovers are just so high in any service-based business because most companies just treat their employees like a number. The difference I wanted to really create with my own company was having the ability for guys to really be bought in and be career-oriented. We're not like a mom and pop, but we're also not big corporate conglomerate where you're just a number. Show them that, hey, if you're gonna help us grow and you're gonna think like an owner, you deserve some fruit from that. Before technology, it was so archaic. Before I was using crayons to mark on the driveway, we had a paper sheet where we were writing down house addresses and doing all kinds of things to just try to be on top of things, but ultimately it was just a lot of mundane, archaic processes that weren't really scalable. Printing out service slips on that old printer that had like the ribbon down the sides, it would take 3 hours to get the routes ready in the morning just so the techs could show up and go out and do the work. As we started looking at all the different options that were out there for us to work with a CRM and have all the features and benefits that we were looking for, it was really frustrating because we just kept feeling like we were butting our head against the wall looking at all these other options that were just cookie cutter. We couldn't customize it exactly how we needed it, and we have a very specific way of doing things. FieldRoutes has changed the way we do business. Having the ability to kind of interact and leverage the different technology has just made us more profitable. Most business owners know exactly how hard it is to implement change. Companies are hesitant to navigate to a new software simply because of the fear of what is this going to take to learn and for my staff to understand, and like how much downtime and what's the actual expense of this going to be. Shifting to FieldRoutes was a pretty seamless transition for us. The way that they built the interface for the technicians is super easy to understand and navigate. The dashboard of FieldRoutes is phenomenal, easy to understand, to be able to navigate and look at what's going on. One of the big things we've been able to do with FieldRoutes that we were unable to do before was having billing take place in such an easy, organized way. Ultimately, we were really surprised that it was just so simple to use. Most of the technicians were texting me like by noon the first day, like, hey, how come we didn't do this sooner? Like, this is so much easier. I think from an office perspective, it's so much more simple. You know, they're saving 8 minutes per job times 15 jobs a day. Night and day, we've saved 50% of our labor force because we're not having to do any of the data entry. Prioritizing things that are critical to Anthem's success, FieldRoutes is right at the top of the heap. How software and technology can streamline a business have made a huge, huge impact on our bottom line and allowed us to focus on the most important thing, which is customer retention. I just wish I would have done it sooner.